Brain Plus is a company that helps people with dementia and Alzheimer's disease to recover from some of the primary symptoms, which is the inability to focus and to remember. And the way we do that is with digital medicine in the form of software and apps that stimulate the brain and these functions for people. My name is Kim Barton Christensen, and I am the CEO and co-founder of Brain Plus. Digital medicine are software solutions in the form of apps that have real health impact on patients, which means that we are going in and we are treating some of the primary symptoms for a person with dementia and Alzheimer's by improving things like attention and memory. And these are the reasons that people, they lose independence and they need a lot of care, and are some of the first things that become impaired in people who get dementia. They're delivered in the form of apps on people's smartphones and tablets, but they also go through a similar rigorous validation process as you would see for a normal medicine. So we're doing clinical trials, validation trials in different phases. And our current technologies have positive pilot results for the CST, our cognitive stimulation therapy product for dementia, which we're now scaling up to a larger phase 2 trial. And we have a number of phase 2 trials in our clinical development program across our different technologies. I want to mention 2 other technologies that we have in our portfolio that will be joining the dementia offering a little bit later on in our go-to-market. One of them is computerized cognitive training, which is exercises that go in and specifically train for an individual person things like attention and memory. And the final technology is a memory test that has the potential for early preclinical detection of Alzheimer's disease up to potentially 10 years before a normal clinician would be able to detect this with the tests that are being used today. So these are some of the exciting technologies that we have in our pipeline now. Digital medicine, also called digital therapeutics within the industry, is similar to traditional drugs. You can think of it a bit like a digital biotech, similar type of validation processes, also similar type of business model where the product will be something that is prescribed by a doctor or clinician and will be reimbursed and paid by the state or by the health insurance. So this is the overall business model. And this is also one of the reasons that there is a lot of interest in this area from the traditional pharmaceutical industry. And we've seen licensing deals between digital medicine companies and pharmaceutical companies over technologies in the range of $500 million. Dementia and Alzheimer's disease are major global challenges. Today, already 50 million people are diagnosed with dementia, and that number will triple within the next 2 decades. The costs for society are already in excess of $1 trillion, and that number will double within 10 years to $2 trillion. It's one of the most expensive diseases in terms of the late stages where people really lose their independence and need a lot of care. So there is a massive need to be addressed here. We foresee that the market for digital therapeutics for Alzheimer's and dementia to be in the range of $2 billion to $5 billion. Now Brain Plus is going public. Why now and why this timing? Well, we have reached a certain stage of maturity as a company where the technologies are quite far in terms of the phase 2 trials, and now we need the funding to really take the product the more latter part of the journey, which is clinical trials, regulatory approval as medical devices and onto the market. And this is why we need more access to the larger capital markets. We're starting with a sum of 15 million Danish kroner, which will get us to the next stage, which is the execution of the unit, which is the first time thing in a Danish IPO, which means that a person who buys a stock also gets an option to buy another stock 13 months from now at a 30% discount, well known from the Swedish stock markets, but very exciting that we can do this as part of our journey. We're going to use the proceeds to make sure that we get the clinical trial results from our clinical development program and the many clinical trials that we have there, We're going to use it to mature the product through this process towards the market, and we're going to make some key hires on the team. So at Brain Plus, we're a team of 17 dedicated people to this mission and growing. And we would love to invite you to join us in that journey, to support us in this journey of helping addressing the great burden of Alzheimer's disease and dementia in this novel and innovative way.